Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me for this video where you find me still in the Lake District. I had some car trouble yesterday, so I had to stay up here, so I might as well take advantage of like a free day, and I'm going to do a very poignant walk today. So you would have seen I left the car park there at Rydal, and as you saw with the sign, we're taking the coffin route to Grasmere, and then from Grasmere we're going to go over to the mountainous side of Grasmere water and Rydal water, and then at the end I'm going to take you to a very poignant place which is just over there, the other side of the lake. It's a very poignant place for our family, so I'm really looking forward to showing you this circular walk. So we're going to go all the way around both waters, so Rydal and Grasmere. We're going to go into Grasmere and then back round. I'm really looking forward to showing you this walk, and it actually gets better the further on you go. Wow, what a view. Loughrigg, which is up there, and we're going to climb that. So we're going to climb that at the end, and then we're going to drop down to Rydal water. So it's really underrated, I think, Rydal water. There's a cave there as well, which I think I might go to. You can actually see it. It's a cave. So you can see there we've got Rydal Cave. Go and take a look at that. So where we're actually going, our finishing point is actually there. So you can see we've got two big stretches of water this side. And what I forgot to say is, more importantly, we've got Trev with us still. Being a good boy. This walk, called the coffin route, transport the people who have died to Grasmere. I'll put some information up on the screen about it, because I'm guessing Grasmere probably had the only church in the area. They used to carry the dead along this route. Pretty sad. As final journeys go, this is a good one. Take me along this route any day. So the weather report is, as you can see, it's very sunny, but there's a chill wind. It's the wind direction has changed to a northerly wind, so if you stop it's really chilly, and it's only about 12 degrees, so but lovely walking weather, perfect walking weather. There's a bit of a wind up there. Let's go, Trev. So yeah, there's a bit of a wind up there, but in the woods we're out the wind, so it's very warm. We're going to see. Love to go to Rydal Cave and show you that, but I really want to try and get in over to Loughrigg as well, all in the same area really. But most importantly, I definitely want to show you this very special place for our family, especially my wife's family. Okay, so we're probably looking at the map, we're probably about halfway to Grasmere. A little bit of road for a while. What a view there. Look at the telegraph pole, that mountain. So we've just come down the hill now, we're coming into Grasmere. So we're just coming down into Grasmere now, and probably many famous things that make Grasmere famous, but one of the most famous being it's home to William Wordsworth. Oh, look at these flowers. I'll put some information on it. I think his cottage is around here. I think is it Dove Cottage? We'll go and take a look. We wandered lonely as a cloud. I know how he feels sometimes. Right, so just before Grasmere, which is just around the corner, this is the home of William Wordsworth. This is Dove Cottage. So 9 years he was here. Doesn't look like it's changed much. Lovely. Nice place to live. Right, so we've completed, I don't know, 1/4 of the walk, maybe a third. So we're just coming into Grasmere village now. So I may stop for a little convenience break. And there's the mountains, it won't look very much. Silver How. So an earlier Lake District walk we did. Okay, Grasmere, here we come. Actually in Grasmere, I think there's a church, and I think William Wordsworth is buried there. Let's go and check it out and try and find his grave, shall we? Grasmere is very busy. I'm not surprised, it's absolutely beautiful here. So last time I was here, we'll probably sit outside this time. Beautiful. Happy days. Rightio, so just turned off the road at Grasmere and we're going up the track now. Take like the mountain way past Grasmere Water and Rydal. Yeah, so Grasmere is behind us and we're starting to head up. So we're going to kind of skirt our way along the side of the mountain and then hopefully, weather permitting, we can get up to Loughrigg and then down into Rydal Cave. Special place this. Oh wow, we're in the open now. Just take a look at this tree. You can see the normal wind direction from the north, which it is today. So you can see half of that tree's been obliterated by the weather. Poor thing. Oh, a little breather. Grasmere down below us. Grasmere water starting to open up. We're lucky with this weather. But but it's going to cloud over later, so we've got to keep going. Okay, so this is the kind of the crossroads where you can walk up to Silverhow up there, and then Loughrigg, I think, is that one. It's kind of, there's the waters, if you can see. So you've got Grasmere water, and then Rydal is the one in the background. So we're going to probably climb up Loughrigg. I can see people on top of that already, little ant people. And then we're going to make our way down through the wood alongside the lake. So I'd say we're about halfway. I'll put it on the map, so I'd say we're about halfway now. Oh, weather is absolutely pure. Right, so as you can see on the map, I think we're about halfway. It's a pathway around here. There's a lot of firs and a lot of bracken and quite muddy. I don't mind, but for Trev. But there's little streams where he can have a little washout, so that's always handy. So although his paws get pretty filthy and his legs, at least he can have a little wash. Yeah, so this little quite gnarly little path is up and down and around the bracken, so making our way slowly. Better time than I thought, actually. Got ages. Yeah, so we got a long time. It's only 1:15 at the moment, so wow, what a view. Dry stone walls, trees, Grasmere down there, and humongous mountains. Sometimes you're so kind of preoccupied with the walk that you forget to look. Gotta look. There's a pretty special place, the Lake District. You can get up some high stuff, or you can just do some low-level walking. There's loads of paths, just tracks. It's got everything for everyone, actually. So you don't have to be crampons on all the time, not at all. Even in bad weather, there's loads of paths you can go which are pretty solid underfoot, and you can just take in the scenery. Sometimes it's even better, isn't it, that you're actually looking at the scenery than being in it and on top of it. So yeah, actually having that viewpoint and that vista is sometimes even more special. Right, it's opened up a bit now. Still climbing a bit. I know it doesn't look it, but we're still on the move upwards. Special. Oh, that wind is a bit chilly from the north. Hot when you're walking, as soon as you stop. So anyway. Oh wow, what a view, eh? See the little people on top of Silverhow. I love that. Little silhouette-y ant people. Oh, I can see people on top of Loughrigg as well. Right, I gave it a go zooming in with the phone, but as you can see it's pretty unsteady, so but that's where we're going, Loughrigg. And like I've said in previous videos, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, if anything. But this one, because of the poignancy of it and where we're going and who it represents, we're going to talk about time and contentment, and I'll leave the contentment bit till the end. So yeah, so there's less time to do what you want to do, and just being aware sometimes that there is less time, and I think that's a humbling thing, that's a humbling feeling. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be 30 again, but being middle-aged, or just past middle-aged I suppose, is quite humbling, and it focuses you because it makes you aware that you need to do the things you need to do. And that's highlighted even more with the fact that there's people close to you, either unwell, some of them have been okay at the end of it, some of them haven't. And that really humbles you too. And when you see, which I have back in March, a parent pass away, oh, there's nothing that prepares you for that. So that doesn't mean going out there and being reckless with your life, that's for certain. Obviously you've got some responsibilities. With all those mixed in, all that loss, seeing people go through difficulties, illness, bad health. Well, number one, it makes you appreciate your own health, physically, for me anyway. Right, trying to send whilst talking, pointing the camera in the right direction. So yeah, all that mixed into one. So where was I? Keep getting distracted by these unbelievable views. So yeah, so all that mixed into one makes you appreciate it so much, about how much time and how precious time is. I think when you get to an age, man oh man, together with all those experiences of life, wow, it hits you straight between the eyes. It has done me anyway. And that's not a bad thing, I don't think either. Nice little mini tarn down there. So all that mixed into one. Sorry, I can keep repeating myself because I keep getting distracted by these views. So yeah, where was I again before I was distracted by that lovely herdy sheep and his young one? So yeah, so it's nothing you probably have never heard before in terms of appreciating the time we've got here, and that doesn't mean we can be reckless with our life and reckless with other people's lives. I think it's just appreciating the simple things. It's just the simple things, that's what you appreciate more, for however long we've got left. I'm 53, this might be my last day on earth. So it's having that as background, and the more I can focus on that and bring my awareness to that, I think the better. Okay, so we've made it down from the little rocky bit there, and I think it's the walk down to the road and then up to Loughrigg, and then from there Rydal cave hopefully, and then back into Rydal water, and then our special family landmark. Look forward to showing it to you. Yeah, so just going back on what I said before, it's health. Health is absolutely everything, physical and mental health, and it shouldn't take a major illness or life event to really kind of kick you into touch in terms of awareness, should it? So I can only speak for myself, and I'm just going to focus on keeping that awareness strong all the time, the forefront of my mind, in terms of being aware that if I'm able to do something like I'm doing now, I'm so lucky. Imagine living in an area where there's sheep on the side of the road. It never gets old. I love it. Okay, so we're not far down this road now, and we're going to branch off to Loughrigg. Turned off the road. Wow, it is up and quick. How steep it is. Wow. Don't mind steep up though. It's just going down that I don't like it. But we're not going down this way. Going up. With going up. Views behind. Wow. Wow, incredible mountain. Right, we'll probably get a better view from the top, but Grasmere down there, where we came in from, down into Grasmere, and then along that section up onto that little hill and down. Whew, what a view. Nearly at the top now. I can see the, what do they call it, a trig point or something? Cairn, whatever it is. 2 minutes away. Happy days. Okay, here we go. Trig point done. Loughrigg done. Wow, what a view. Made it, Trev. Doesn't seem bothered. Not too bad actually, pretty easy. Just a lot of bracken, that's all. So I'll spin you around. Okay, so Loughrigg done behind us. Busy, got quite busy there, and I would say that's a little hill with a big view. Yeah, so that was Loughrigg. Lovely little mountain, not very high, 370 is it? I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, got quite busy. I think people walk up from Ambleside, they were just saying. So now we're heading down to Rydal. See if I can get down to the cave there. So we'll head down to Rydal Cave, and then I'll take you to our special place. Right, Trev. You good boy? Well, some lovely light over at Grasmere. I've zoomed in there, you can see Helm's Crag. So we're about halfway down. The cave, Rydal Cave, is just below us. These little things out. So pretty much at the start of the video we were doing the coffin trail, which is the other side of the lake near that wall. Yeah, we were looking back. I think I zoomed into this part where I'm standing on top of now. So we've just done a full circular, but we haven't completed the circle yet because we've now got to get pretty much till the end of the lake there, where those people are, and that's where our special little family landmark is. Right, okay, let's get down there and show you. As you can see, all these trees have been felled because there was a sign up there to say there's been a disease in the larch trees around Rydal. What a shame. Oh, look at this. Move that out of the way. You could pause the screen and count the rings. But yeah, that must be, oh, there was 100 there, must be, at least. Right, okay, so final little stroll. It's all downhill, thank goodness. So yeah, so we're just down to Rydal water now. 5-10 minutes and we should be down there. Wow, look at this beautiful tree. Well, that looks even bigger. You can see the size of that compared to Trev. What a shame. 100+ years to grow and probably about 5 minutes to fell. So as you can see, a very accessible path from the caves down to Rydal water. It's been like this all the way. It's only 5 minutes, so. And an absolutely beautiful view. Alrighty, so we've made our way down to the water's edge here at Rydal. This little stretch, we've got a little path going round the water, and our little special place is 10 minutes away. Right, okay, so we're coming towards the end of the walk. As you can see, I'm walking on the edge of the lake there, beautiful. We've got about 5 or 10 minutes to go. So I want to talk a little bit about contentment. Now, my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, I would say they're the most content people I've ever known. Now, unfortunately, my father-in-law died a few years ago, and he was so content. And unfortunately, he got dementia and Alzheimer's, very sad to see. But he was so content, and my mother-in-law is so content. There's so much to look up to and admire and learn from them. Now, I'm bringing up my mother and father-in-law because they were the first two people to bring myself and my wife and my son, when he was a little one, to the Lake District and show us some of the special walks that they used to do. And this being one. Not exactly this one. We used to walk on this path we're on now to Grasmere from Ambleside. And I bring my mother and father-in-law up not just because of that, but because at the end of Rydal water, or at the start from where we used to walk, there's a bench there. It's not a dedicated bench or anything like that, it's just a very simple kind of stall bench. I call it Niall and Eileen's bench, because they were the first two people to bring us here, like I said. Now, unfortunately, like I said, Niall passed away a few years ago, and what we did at the start of this year, we came over, myself, my wife and my mother-in-law, and we scattered Niall's ashes, or part of Niall's ashes, not under this bench because it's on the path, but alongside the bench. So it's a very, very special place for us. It gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. Now, Niall, like I said, was one of the most content people I've ever known. Always had a smile on his face, never changed. And obviously, I didn't know him when he was younger. I knew him from, let's say, at least since I married his daughter. He was exactly the same. His mood didn't change. And he's such a role model to look up to, even now. I could definitely be a bit more like Niall, that's for certain, and I'm going to try to be. Now, he came down to live where we are, in Broadstairs, the year after we did, and that was 24 years ago. So I've known him, let's say before the dementia and Alzheimer's, let's say for 20 years in Broadstairs, and I knew him before that as well, probably 20 years before that as well. And I'm hoping, from my perspective to the family and to you, Eileen, and to Ange and all the siblings and all his friends. I know Eileen watches these videos, so Eileen, I hope I'm doing Niall proud, and I'm hoping that people watching this can learn a lot from his contentment and yours, and everyone who knew Niall, all his family and his friends and the people he came in contact with in Broadstairs or Ireland or at Ruislip. They know how much he was adored and loved, and everyone thought the world of him. Because of his way and because of his personality, that just shone through, and everyone loved being around him and getting enjoyment from family and the simple things in life. And also how generous, how funny, and just how genuine he was. And it's not easy to kind of say it off the cuff, but I hope that I'm doing him proud, and I hope that if any of his family and friends are watching this, hopefully you can resonate with some of the things I say. And this bench up here, as far as I'm concerned, that's Niall and Eileen's bench, and it always will be. Okay, so we are literally 50 yards away, just round the corner here, completed the loop. Okay, so we're literally just round the corner, and I was just thinking now, I first sat on this bench 23 years ago, nearly 23 years ago in November. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, let me show you this view. And it hasn't changed in all these years. And there we go, Niall and Eileen's bench. How's that for timing? Literally got up here 10 seconds, same view I saw 23 years ago. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me on this very poignant walk. So thank you very much everyone, and I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you very much for sticking around and supporting the channel. It means a lot. So I'm just going to stick around and enjoy the view for a little bit longer, and yeah, from myself and Trev down there, we bid you farewell and have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video. All the best everyone, and we'll see you then. Cheerio. You enjoy this view for one last time.